we live?
By the way.
Yeah, we are.
Hey everybody. Wait, what?
Hey. Oh, never mind.
Okay. An inappropriate comment for a live stream. I love it.
We don't have any of those ever.
Nope, we are completely. This is a PG podcast. No, it's not. That's false. Yeah, no, that's terrible.
That's
absolutely not. I'm so excited to play you guys.
Same.
It's been a minute.
And for everybody who voted for the drinking contest, I posted that poll on Twitter, and I got it right without asking any of the other ladies what they were going to be drinking. So cheers, maidens. Cheers!
Now, in a wine glass, all my beer glasses are packed. I have tulip cups for stouts, and they are fucking packed. So I have to drink a stout out of a wine glass.
Oh, how dare you! Oh, you so.
That's pretty offensive.
Messy.
I know.
All right, we gonna do this. Ready for an intro?
Mm-hmm.
Howdy, everyone! Welcome to episode 20 of the Venture Maidens podcast. I am your dungeon master, Celeste Konowich.
I'm your elven warlock, Brittany Quintero.
I'm your human monk, Saya Noor, played by Nassim.
And I play Kara the Barbarian. I'm also known as Sage. And this is my Albert friend, Monsieur Albert.
He's very cute for the audio-only audiences.
Exactly.
Check Twitter if you want to see what he looks like.
He's super fuzzy and cute. It's our 20th anniversary. That's cool.
Oh my god! 20th anniversary. I didn't get you... Well, no, I got you this sweet hot new episode of...
Our 20th anniversary in our first year.
You know, we really like celebrating.
It's our 20th anniversary.
20th episode.
Oh, I'm like, I don't get it.
No, it was a dumb joke.
Remember when we thought this was going to be like a silly fun thing that we did for a couple episodes, and then all of a sudden we have 20 episodes?
Yeah. I can't wait for our year marker. It's coming up soon. You announced that you wanted to do this podcast on my birthday.
Oh, really?
It was on my birthday that you sent out the text message, and I'm like, I'm crying right now. I just blew out my candles, and this was one of my wishes come true. As cheesy as that is, I couldn't even handle it.
That's adorable.
My birthday's on Sunday.
Oh my god! Wow!
Everyone, for Brittany's birthday, they should give us ratings and reviews on iTunes.
It's a special birthday. I'm turning 30.
Even just to say happy birthday, that could be your review.
Oh yeah.
30, that would be awesome.
30
we know who the birthday is.
30 reviews for the 30th birthday.
For the 30th birthday. So we have 51. So we just need 30 more. If we hit 81, it's because you love Brittany.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're gonna be sad. No, we're not. I'm sorry.
Send some ridiculous Arnadell shit in the reviews. I would look, and I'll read it. You guys don't know how much
Britneyisms.
You have no idea how much I love referencing things, or do you? And I am dying to reference some motherfucking comments. Like, to this day, my favorite comment name is President Boo Radley of Earth.
So good. Whoever you are,
we will never know.
Every time I scroll past that reviewer, I just have a little giggle, and it makes my day.
I like the one that's like, why do they make us come up with a name for this account we're going to use once? That's also a great name.
Very apropos.
Okay. All right, everybody. Wow, so we haven't played this game in a month?
Really?
Right?
Wow, okay.
Yeah, because we did our bonus for our special awesome patron, Ian, who I think is in the chat tonight. Hi, Ian.
What up, Ian?
You're the best, and you're so creative. And I wish I could make characters as cool as Trix was. Okay, so what happened? We got to dredge it out of the memory banks. Where did we begin last episode?
I found a tiny man in a bottle. A tiny demon man.
That was the previous episode.
The episode was called Kara's Flying Circus.
This was after you found him. We had fought those things, and then Kara was falling to her doom in a big cave.
Oh,
and we glided down with my gentle rope.
Mm-hmm. You cast some real dark warlock stuff.
Oh yeah, Hunger of Hadar. Oh yeah, and Arnida liked
awesome.
it.
Milky rubbing damage.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And after we got finished with the battle, we found that room that had been like carved out by water.
No, so first thing, Kara got something.
Oh.
Cool.
Oh yes, the fabulous helmet. So
Yes.
fancy.
Oh yeah, you got your amethyst beauty.
Your Dwarven or Viking-esque crazy opera helmet.
I'm very excited because I actually got to write something in the treasure box of my character sheet, and it
Yay!
says shiny fucking helmet.
All of that is an appropriate description. And don't forget, too, there was some other quality to the helmet that you weren't able to figure out.
But it feels so nice.
It gave you a +1 to AC and has something else on there. Some other surprise inside.
Yes.
And then you went to the room that was carved out by water, that little tunnel.
Oh yeah,
And then you found...
a statue temple.
Yes. What was the statue of?
I don't
in
know.
the temple?
Saya
like,
got super chill with the fucking statue.
Wait, this is all you had let the thing out of its bottle, remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
No,
It
yeah.
was in this room, but chronologically.
Oh right,
Oh,
okay,
that was a little bit later.
yeah.
So the first room you came to was the big ass 12-foot tall statue with the offering bowl.
Yes.
And what did the statue look like?
It
It
was
looked like
like
an
this
elemental
sea
goddess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So kind of half fish, half woman.
She had a trident, didn't she?
No, she didn't.
Trident.
Specifically.
Oops, I'm out of trident.
She had some trident gum. She was a real shiny smile. No, she just had bursts of water coming out of her hands. And Kara, you had found out some stuff with nature checks about where you are. Do you remember any of that?
I don't remember specifically where we are, but half of like the walls and the ceilings were caving in. There are a bunch of like debris and stuff, and so we are right next to some sort of huge water source because it's like making these rooms or making this room crumble to bits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's currently not flowing water, but it all looked like recent damage.
Yeah.
So like a bunch of water just all of a sudden appeared, and these old walls couldn't quite handle it. Yes, and then Saya, you had offered a prayer.
Yeah.
And
that
what
was
had you experienced or heard or...
Yeah, she prayed to this elemental thing to give us safe passage, which she feels like she did. And then we all dropped in a gold coin and decided to go down the other doorway.
Mm-hmm. And that's when Arnadel decided.
Against my better judgment, I did not. I had the fleeting thought, and then I consulted with you guys, and you're like, "Yeah, let him out." I fucking let Bartleby out of his stupid bottle, and his ass turned all demon. He got in his natural.
You also burned a spell
form.
slot to let him out. And,
yeah, it
all
was
kinds of
stupid.
stuff.
I'm so annoyed with that. So yeah, he's out, and he's trying to find his boon to us was not killing us, and I'm like, oh great, asshole. And so he sped off in his freaky shadow form to go kill Montgomery, and we're just like, great. So Arnadel's very preoccupied with wanting to chase him. She feels very responsible for that.
Mm-hmm. And in pursuit of that, you had opened up into the next room and found your way blocked by a door with 3 keyholes. And what else was in the room?
3 statues.
Mm-hmm.
Or goblets.
3 altars with tiny statues and cups. You're
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
And then I got a vision, or at least some kind of message from the elemental of how to solve the goblets or the keys, the locks. And we had to drink from the first goblet, which then turned into a key. And we had to return to the second one, and offer to the third.
To give.
To give.
So the first one was partake, the second is return, and the third was to give.
Yeah.
So we had ended last time with Saye taking a drink from the first goblet, and the goblet had actually transformed into a key in your hand.
Right.
And we were debating whether or not to pee in the second goblet.
Or spit.
Yes, or spit.
All right, so let's take us into real time. All right, so now you are standing in this large room, and sorry, ugh, my voice was all squirrely. And then, so to the north and south, basically the walls have collapsed at this point as that standing water has invaded this room. So last time we described it as it's sort of this platform that's left with this eroded cave off to the north that's actually drifting back into sort of a small lake. And then on the eastern side, there had been those intricately carved doors with the pattern of waves and the 3 keyholes in them that the shadow of Bartleby had slipped neatly under. And then there were the 3 altars, each with a sort of miniature version of this half-fish humanoid woman in different poses with the 3 goblets. Saye, with the direction of that calming ocean vibes in your mind, you had confidently taken a sip of that goblet, and you have now a key in front of you. So this room is off of these stone, and you just hear the dripping of water from around you. Yes, Brittany.
Thanks for pronouncing my name correctly. Do the statue's poses have any, like, Arnadal's looking at the statue's poses. What does she see? Is there anything noteworthy?
Yeah, so the first statue, the woman, they're all different kind of artistic stances. So the first one, she's got one hand raised up in the air and this small carved spout of water coming out of it. The second one, she's holding out both of her hands in front of her and water just seems to be pouring out of her hands to the ground. And then on the third one, she's clutching her hands to her chest, like over her heart. And also, don't forget all of that arcane script around the bottom of each of those that you had determined that you weren't going to be able to read because it was some super old version of Primordial.
So it's like looking at Old English?
Yeah. It was like more like looking at hieroglyphics.
Oh, shit. Okay. Right on.
Old.
Yeah. Sanskrit. Tight. Okay. So, return and give.
I would like to take the second goblet and put water in it.
From, like, your flask?
Go for
From the floor.
Okay.
Since we're, like, a bunch of still water.
What exactly are you doing?
So I want to pick it up and I want to scoop up the goblet full of water and then like pour it out.
Scoop it and pour it out?
Yep.
It already has water in it.
Oh, then I want to pour the water out.
Okay. So yeah, so you
into the altar.
Just onto the altar?
Yeah, I'll pour out like half.
So the return? The one in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
I'm going to pour out half of the water onto the altar so that it is returned.
All right.
I'm so curious.
As you pour out half of the water onto the statue, it splashes all over the statue and it gets quite wet.
Dang.
A little bit gets on your boot.
Gets a little wet.
I wonder if we
Well then.
return. I'm trying to think about this. What about like regular ass water from somewhere else? It's like maybe this deity is like the source of water. So if you have water from somewhere,
maybe just put it in the hands of the first statue. Like give her another cup since we took the cup from her.
Oh, okay. That's a great idea. I'm thinking that third one might have something to do with blood, though.
So What are we doing?
I say put the second goblet in the hands of the first.
Statue in the room that we walked into.
No, from the one I just drank from. Yeah.
Because her goblet turned into a key.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. So as Kara, you kind of drench the statue, and it's a little bit wet. Saye comes over and takes the goblet and puts it in front of the first statue. And nothing happens.
Did we see water anywhere else?
There are two huge pools of water in this room, from the collapsed ceiling to the north and the south. There are these lakes that have formed.
Oh, well, let's go put some of that water in the goblet.
All right.
Yeah.
Or should we pour the water that's in that goblet into that pool?
That would be my guess.
Yeah. Let's try that.
First. I mean, you gotta empty it first to fill it up.
Let's make sure that they all, we're keeping a little bit of that original water so that we can test this theory without running out of the original goblet water.
As you walk up to the north pool, so it's formed this kind of quiet, still lake that's completely dark. This room very dark again. But Saya, you have your little ball of. Oh, you have your torch.
I have a torch.
Never mind. So as you pour the goblet into the northern lake, it starts to glow and shift, but as you hold back and you still have a drop in the cup, it's like the goblet kind of calms down for a minute.
Pour it out, right?
Yeah, so you pour it out and then you feel the cup morph into your hand into the form of another key.
Cool.
Nice.
I think the last one means we have to give some blood. I don't know why I think that, but for some reason, I get the feeling that a blood sacrifice is like a gift, right?
I'll do it.
Blood is. Oh shit! Okay.
Well, I don't know if I need to go that far, but if you're already doing it,
yeah, Kara's there. She already Kara slit her hand right open, right there. There's blood.
Is that what you just did? I'm sorry. Was it a visual cue?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Is this a podcast?
Kara made a hand motion.
Okay. And
Yes. Yeah. She takes one of her axes and slices a good portion of her meaty little hands and drops a few drops into the goblet.
It fucking hurts. And you're like, ow. And then as your blood drains and begins to fill that bottom part of the goblet, you see the goblet actually flashes red for a moment and then transforms into another key.
Yay!
You have 3 keys!
Oh boy!
What did you do? I'm so glad you didn't pee in the cup.
We're not that kind of adventuring party.
If you had done it, I definitely would have given it to you. It wasn't the solution in my head, but the commitment, you can't argue with that.
Mm-hmm. I would figure.
All right, so you have these 3 keys and this door with 3 keyholes. Oh my!
Oh boy! Stick them all in.
Them locks.
All right. And as you do so, and you begin to turn the keys, you hear the ancient creaking of doors as they begin to swing open. You get the sense that they probably haven't been opened in quite a while. Sort of the smell of rust comes to you as you see this bronze layer on the door, right, that's been shitty, not maintained all these years, and it opens up, and a musty smell immediately hits your nose as you're looking into an even larger, very dark room. So with the torch, as it reaches out just on the edge of the 30-foot range, you see the glinting of gold on the far wall. So this room is a 60 by 30 foot room. So 60 long ways, 30 wide. You are entering in the center of it, so you have 30 feet to your left, 30 feet to your right. And then the wall directly opposite of you is just covered in these gold glinting brass panels that you can't, or I guess the two of you, Kara and Arndale, would be able to see. They're these beautiful inlaid, they look like motifs or portraits of some kind, but the first thing you notice when you open up the door, one, the smell, and then water begins to rush over all of your feet as you're looking into this room, and the room itself is covered in like about a foot of water. Just still water has moved in to cover the floor, so that's where you think the smell is coming from. And off to the left, so on the northern side of the room, there is a very intricate set of doors. They have this like huge archway carved all along them, but it looks like somebody has boarded them up. So there's just a lot of shitty rotted wood and nails that like were piled in front of the door. So someone at some point tried to seal off this door.
Okay. Make sure you don't get any of this stagnant water up your nose.
What? Why is that? What's gonna happen?
There's such things as brain-eating amoebas that'll just like kill you in a couple days.
Oh God!
I'm serious.
What a way to go!
Yeah,
Well, they ain't got much to snack on. Let me tell you that. Is she not on her?
Not on her helmet. Clink, clink.
Dong, dong. I'm like, oh my God, stop it. No, just be careful. I don't have any cool medical abilities down here.
Can you perception checks for me?
Yeah. After that, I'd like to make an a history check or arcana check on the panels.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perception. I got a 23.
So you got a 5. She's doing real hot tonight.
I got an 18.
Okay, so Kara, you're actually the only one to notice this. As you're kind of stepping in the room and this water like kind of spills out, you actually see that stepping down from the door, there's a little bit of a...
Oh, you froze. See what?
Oh, okay. As you're stepping into the room, the level of this floor actually goes down. So the water, when you step in it, kind of sloshes over the side, but it's actually like... So imagine like a little kiddie pool that's only about a foot deep or so. So your initial interruption disturbs the water, but beyond that, you actually begin to see in the middle of the room, the water begins swirling and moving of its own accord in a way that is not making sense with your footwork. And just as your eyes are kind of trailing to follow this, you hear this sound as the water shoots up in the middle of the room, and this sort of humanoid fish form moves and begins to pull water up around itself, forming its body into this kind of swirling shape standing in front of you, and you just see these two glowing red eyes kind of centered on what this thing's head.
Holy shit.
Is it a water weird? Oh!
Does it look like the
metagamey?
Does it look like the statue?
No, it's definitely made of water. This is more of like an animal sort of fish shape. It doesn't have any of that humanoid persona. And as you're staring at this thing, because it bursts up in front of you, this is a large creature, so it's pretty tall. And then from the corners of the room, you see like little water geysers just suddenly like shoot up. And then you hear this sound as these like clouds of mist begin to move and form, and you swear to God you see dancing little shapes of like little tiny humanoids moving around the edges of the room. And we're gonna roll initiative.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
We haven't rested at all. We are so hurt.
Oh my God, dungeons are so hard. You have rested.
No,
I got a 9.
You haven't fought since you took your long rest.
Yeah, but
how much HP do I get back then?
From your long
rest? Roll for that.
Everything.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 on my initiative. Yeah,
that's good. That's gonna be great.
That's fabulous.
I got 23.
Somebody's got to go last.
I got a 9.
Yay! Okay.
This would be if I had water spells, but I don't.
Oh, it's like you're a fire monk.
That fire's not gonna do much here, the whole water fire thing.
I mean, wait.
I think water kind of wins.
Yeah.
Wouldn't fire damage do? Isn't that the opposite of water?
But water puts out fire.
So the opposite.
Okay, did you ever play Pokemon?
Yeah, if you're thinking
I never.
terms, it's electrical.
I never played Pokemon.
I never played Pokemon.
You
I had
monster.
a fat stack of Pokemon cards, but that was because all the neighborhood kids wanted me to draw the Pokemon for them. So I collected them for reference. Same with Magic the Gathering. I actually had a thick ass Magic the Gathering deck when I was in high school. Sage, you're gonna die when I tell you this. A lot of those cards were in German because I was in high school in Germany, and I gave those cards away. I'm so sorry.
Those would be.
I know. It was like this thick. The deck was like I couldn't hold it in one hand. It was so many cards. Somebody just gave them to me because I was like, I saw the unicorn and a white dragon, and I'm like, oh my god, I want that. And so they just gave me the cards, and I like held on to them forever, and I didn't know what to do with them, and I just like gave them away. And then I realized that people spend like $2,000 on Magic the Gathering decks, and I'm like, wow, I probably should have held on to those.
Yeah, it's real.
When I was in Vegas, I saw a single card selling for $6,500.
What? What was the card? I want to know.
Black Lotus. It's the best card like ever made.
That means nothing to me, but
Yeah,
it sounds really cool.
It sounds
Or like
nice.
a DC
Really cool.
superhero.
You tap and add 3 mana to your mana pool.
3 mana?
That you can do on turn 1.
Jeez.
I see how impressed you are by this, and it's delightful because I have no fucking clue. I'm just like,
Mana is power, mana is life.
yeah, I mean, for sure, I get that, but I can't visualize like what this does. So I'm like, I just picture like a Black Lotus, like dark tones, maybe purple hues.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm envisioning. It's just a flower sitting there.
All right.
That's exactly.
Let's stop talking about the other Wizards of the Coast game and let's start talking about this Wizards of the Coast.
Sorry.
Game. Thanks. Soye, you are first.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
So is everybody clear about the layout of this room? So directly 30 feet in front of you is the other wall. And then you're at the center point. You've got 30 feet on both sides of you. So this water creature is directly in the center of the room. So now, after it formed, actually, the water level is only about 6 inches in the room. So it actually sucked up the stuff on the floor. Why are you copying all my gestures? You're freaking me out.
It's for me. But the other, I've also got my flight attendant abilities going. Always 2 fingers.
I could really use a Jack and Coke. Could you?
I'm sorry. Okay, so the creatures on the left and the
Stop doing that with the fingers. I'm dying.
Okay, the creatures on the left and the right are little sprightly water creatures just dancing.
Right. They seem to be like dancing and kind of blurry edges moving on the edge of the room. And so there are 4 of them, and each of them is popped up in the corners of the room. So all of them, the 2 closest to you on the same wall as you, are 30 foot away in both directions. And then the other ones would be,
So can we, for just simplicity's sake, can we pretend that we are facing north?
Oh my god, I have to rethink my whole life. Wait.
I mean, okay, then tell us what cardinal direction we're facing so we can start saying
You're facing east.
East? Okay, we're facing east. Cool. So we're standing on the west. And we've got
end?
the center of the compass rose is the water creature, and then north and south tight.
Rectangle like that.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
perfect.
what I am. Cool. That's what I got. Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm trying not to show you everything.
For listeners-
My secret notebook.
For listeners, Celeste just held up a sketch of our layout. That's what we're looking at.
And by sketch, I drew a shitty rectangle.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
That's it, girl. That's all we need.
That's all we need.
It's an imagination game.
Well, only thing I can think to do right now is just swipe at it with my quarterstaff.
Swipe or go swiping.
Let me never. I mean, knowledge checks are always incredibly useful.
I was going to suggest the same thing.
Oh no, you should have done it. It's awkward when your DM suggests checks to you.
I mean, I asked to roll an Arcana check before.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I wanted to do that for the panels, but no.
Oh yes, but you definitely don't have time to look at the panels.
No, I'm not. I'm a bit preoccupied.
There's a big old
I learned nothing.
thing.
I did not roll well enough. I got a 5.
You're like, oh god, it's a water temple, and there's a water creature here, so it's probably some kind of guardian. With a 5, you would probably get that, even.
Okay. Saya's probably, her instinct is to try and pray to it, and be like, wait, but we're chill.
Okay, do you want to make a persuasion check and talk to this thing?
I do. Okay, I'm gonna stop using these dice.
The tiny dice?
Yeah.
You can't see them.
No, I saw it, but it's not rolling well for me, because I got a 9.
Okay, what are you saying?
I said, hey, we're chill.
Great. So as it does that, it turns, and you think it's looking at you from the red glowing of its kind of hunched over water form. It's sort of hard to look at because its skin, is moving and nothing's consistent. And it seems to, cock its head at you, and then it goes, and it, spits out a bunch of water, on the ground, and it just kind of, dribbles down from it.
That's so weird.
And and then it waves its water arms at you.
Super weird.
I'm kind of picturing.
Yeah, puts the weird in water weird.
I'm kind of picturing those blow up dolls at car lots, But a
wacky inflatable, whatever. It's something.
Take your auto loans here. Yeah, sort of like that, I guess. And even if you had rolled an incredible, sense motive or insight check, this thing is so weird and alien to you, you don't have any idea if this is a hostile action or if it's trying to communicate with you. To be completely honest.
I think it's a good sign.
Alright, so is there anything else you would like to do on your turn? You can always hold. Hold. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, and then
I don't want to provoke it. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
You have no idea if it's provoked or not. But it kind of spat water at you, so that might have been a playful...
That's
I don't know, yeah, I don't... The insight check on that would be ridiculous.
Who knows? You might get a natural 20.
Alright, I'll do one.
Alright, if you do roll another check, that's the end of your turn. You can't hold your action, though.
Okay, alright.
That's a lot of checks.
I got an 18. It's probably not high enough.
Okay. Is probably how you're feeling, and it's feeling too. And then as you're looking at it and kind of furrowing your brow, it makes this water hand on its head and sort of waves it back and forth.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
What?
And then it spits again.
What?
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Should we roll perception check?
I mean, if you all want to... It's just
Oh, I'm... Okay. Thanks.
And then it's Kara's turn. So, Kara, you're deciding where this boat is heading.
Well, Kara's gonna do the thing that she always do when she gets freaked out by things that aren't...
Smash!
You wouldn't see Saya doing this?
Hold on.
Saya's just staring
Whether or not
at
she sees it, that's not gonna change her opinion. She's gotta kill it. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. I'm aggro. I don't know what to tell you.
How many... I'm sorry, can I have a clarification question of how many of the little water sprightly things there are?
There are 4. One in each corner. And they're just, it's like these little geysers are kind of shooting out, like in a hot tub, the bubble jets.
Oh, yeah.
Coming from the four corners of the room.
Okay, wait. I have to insist on this. I have to insist on a defining and declarative moment. Just because the DM says roll initiative doesn't necessarily mean it's threatening in the imaginary sense. So I really want this picture painted accurately so Kara gets a good example.
I understand, Brittany. I'm making a character choice to fucking hit the crap out.
I know. This is just me being analytical. Okay, all right.
Kara, have you learned nothing?
I know. I'm really trying because I love.
How long has Arnadale known Kara?
Like
Unless
20 episodes. It's been like 20 literally. Episodes.
Like unless you were gonna specifically try to fucking talk her down. It's not your turn, so too bad.
Damn.
Oh, talking ain't a free action this turn. What?
No, I guess not. I'm sure.
I'm doing the cocky too.
I love it. So, yes, she is going to slosh forth and go into her frenzy and smack it with her battle axe.
Alright, roll to hit.
Are we allowed to react and hold her back?
Yeah, can we do that?
No.
Reaction?
This is all happening at the same time. Imagine this.
Well,
she got a 14.
That will hit.
Woo!
I'm really sad right now.
Just because it was cute.
I just wanted to learn more about it.
I know. I wanted
It was so interesting.
Both Saya and Arnadale are just sitting, just like, God,
what is this? What is happening? Yeah.
We almost had a moment.
8 damage.
And what kind of damage is that for me?
It is an axe is slashing.
Okay, alright, so as you slash into this thing, you just run up, and it's sort of like wobbling at you, and then you go and you like bring your axe down, and you see one of its arms just like gets like cut off from its body so that the water seems to move over and like hang in midair for a moment, and then it twists its head and gives you this look with its two red glowing orbs, and the arm drops to the ground, and then it's like, and then it reforms with about half of the water it came before. So you're not sure what just happened to it.
It's too late for thinking.
Yeah. So you definitely cut something off, and then about half of it was able to grow back. So you think that perhaps you did something, but you're like, and it goes, and it opens up its mouth, and more of this water splashes on your face.
God, I love that.
As you're squaring off with it. Yeah.
And then I'll make my second attack at it.
Go again!
Oh, that is not so good. That is an 11.
Okay, so as it does it, you go in for the second swing, but that burst of water coming out of its mouth, like, gets in your eyes, and it's kind of like mossy and stinky water, so you're like, shit, and your, like, axe kind of spins off to the side, and this thing seems to, like, punch up its chest, right? Like, it rediverts water to be like, ugh, like, tough guy. Like, it's taking you on. Alright, and then moving right up, or do you get a third attack?
No, not right now.
I wouldn't put it past you.
Next turn.
Alright. Ooh, and then I get to go. So this thing is like, you cut me, bulb, and, it doesn't talk, which is hilarious. Okay. So,
do I understand?
All of a sudden, as you're looking at it, it moves from kind of this squat position and extends its tail really, really long, so it shoots up towards the ceiling, making almost like this boa constrictor shape, and it dives down to attack you, sort of like a snake would coming out of water. What is your AC?
21.
Alright, so it does not manage, it kind of whips itself around you and tries to, like, grapple around your body, but you sort of fend it off, and, like, as you're holding out your axe, you manage to, like, burst the stream away from you, and it sort of, like, has to splash to the ground and then goes back and reforms into this thing as it misses its attack. And then, sorry, it's really awkward when you have two different monsters in the book and you have to flip back and forth.
Totally.
One moment. Why are you have a shit-eating grin? Britt, what did you do?
I'm enjoying my stout. It's amazing.
Good.
I apologize if all of you are hearing pops. As you know, 4th of July is coming up, and I live in a very festive neighborhood.
That's a good way to describe.
Yeah. There's a lot of fireworks happening since I've moved here.
Patriotism! Ah!
All right,
America.
Kara, so as you are standing on the ground,
Yes.
the water underneath you begins to get very, very hot. And you notice, like, as you look down, it's actually beginning to come to a boil, and so now it's beginning to come, like, through your boots. So I need you to make a dexterity save for me.
Alright, let's see. And then... 10. No, wait! I'm going to use my gift of the past to reroll my dex save!
We always forget about those.
Table flipping! Yeah!
Yay, that's way fucking better. That's a 23.
Okay. Yay! Yeah, don't forget about your gifts, dudes. Those are real powerful.
Haha!
Never mind. I was about to say something really cruel, but I wasn't going to do it. Okay, and then, so...
I really want to know what you're going to say now.
I know, now you've gone too far. Now
you've got to say it. What were you going to say?
I mean, it was a thing for you, Arnadell, like, being able to go back in time, if that would have helped you recently at all or not. I don't know. I know. See, it was more cruel for me to say. Now she's dead. She's
dumbfounded.
Priceless.
Brittany just died.
That emoji with the 2 X's and the open mouth, like, yeah, that happened. Oh my god. Whatever, that's fine. It's not cruel. It's a fucking life lesson. You just taught a life lesson. That's
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
I am your dungeon master and your life coach.
yeah.
I have so many rolls. Okay, so you re-roll that. So it's like, as time is going, and you feel this fiery burst begin to come up around you, and then you're like, wait a minute. Redo. And then you, with that time that you've bought, you just, like, step out of the way just in time as this spurt of boiling hot water just juts up between you and where you were standing and just kind of drips and, like, scalds the immediate area. And you hear this laughter coming from the creature in the southern part of the room as it continues to dance around, and you see this little mist cloud forming about it, and you see the other 3 are dancing in glee as this happened. And then the 2 in the northwest and the northeast corner actually begin to move towards you, and so they're like small looking humanoids, but their bodies are completely formed out of this mist that sometimes seems solid, sometimes seems watery. It's very hard to keep track of them, but they begin to hop across the surface of the water, moving towards you all. So they're not able to attack, but they make it over there. All right, and then Arnadell with your 1. What would you like to do? We're finally to you.
So while Arnadell is watching Sawya try to interact with this creature, and then Kara just gone batshit, going into her frenzy, Arnadell has the moment of, like, contemplation and is reflecting on the nature of water and thinks that the best thing to do is to go with the flow. And so Arnadel actually decides...
Magic school bus shit.
Yeah. Hey, don't you shit talk Miss Frizzle. She's amazing.
I'm not. I just made a comparison.
Take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. Yes. Anyway, so Arnadel's just, she would rather just not try to fight with this creature, and instead, Arnadel is going to try speaking primordial to the creature in the center. Arnadel's going to say,
why don't you use awakened mind? You don't need to speak its language.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought primordial might be more diplomatic, but we get two, are you going to, set up a rule, 2 free actions, right? Like, speaking is a free action, right?
Yeah, or until I get annoyed. I mean, okay. Do whatever you want until I get annoyed.
I'm gonna try. Fair enough.
Nassim took a few too many.
All right, fair enough.
A few less than that.
I'm just gonna try twice. If the first doesn't work, I'll try one more time, and that's it. That's
all I'm gonna do. You make your rules. Good cop, bad cop.
Primordial first, and Arnadel's gonna say, "I'm really sorry about my friend. Please don't mind her."
Could you also make a persuasion roll as you say that?
Please don't mind her as she slashes at you.
She can't control herself.
she's
basically a 2-year-old with a weapon.
Oh no.
I rolled an 18 in persuasion.
Okay. So you reach out in primordial, and this thing all of a sudden sort of stops, and now you see there's this boiling jet going off in front of it, and Kara is leaping out of the way, and this is all happening at once, right? So it's a little bit hard to get a read, but the creature seems to stop where it is, and it actually contorts its body to move a little bit to poke around the water jet, and it's kind of looking at you with these red eyes around it, and you get the sense that there's something, it somehow there's something else that needs to happen. Make an intelligence roll for me, please.
Okay.
Check. Intelligence check. I need to not say roll.
I rolled a natural 20!
Oh, shit. Okay. You think... Oh, shit, yeah. You think this thing understood that you were trying to talk to it, but it's so weirded out that something is speaking its language and you don't think it's heard it in a very long time, and your dialect probably sounds a lot different, especially compared to how old the texts and everything were, but it's definitely surprised and sort of delighted.
Okay, I get that sense. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna yell to both Saya and Sage and then Kara. Guys, I think I can talk to it. Please chill out. Kara, chill out. Don't make me make you chill out.
I would say you would have to make a persuasion check against me to see if I chill the fuck out.
Are you raging?
Yeah. I'm in a frenzy.
Oh.
Blood frenzy.
Yeah, here we go again.
What do you want me to do, DM?
Oh, I mean, if you want to chill Kara out, that's going to take a persuasion check. But in this scenario, you think, with your intelligence check, you think there's a little bit of a language barrier. So if you want to keep talking to this creature, awakened mind might actually be a better choice for you.
Okay, then I follow up with plan B and say the same thing with awakened mind.
Okay. So you think it got the message the first time, sort of.
Yeah.
But if you have anything else you would like to further communicate, now would be the time.
Okay, I'm saying, friend, we're just... wait. Prestigious Guardian, we are just trying to pass peacefully. My friend gets a little bit axe-happy, and doesn't really know how to handle strange situations. She's never seen this creature as wonderful and fine as you before. We're trying to rid the evil of this place. Can you help us?
So as this was happening, about halfway through, you get the sense of like utter confusion. So it's something that happens. It's happened to you a couple times when you've reached out with Awakened Mind. When you reach out to a consciousness that is capable of understanding speech, but doesn't quite have the intelligence to speak. So it's almost like a dog that has trained commands, right? And it recognizes a friendly voice. But it's like when you start going into
detail,
whys and what, it's just like, it kind of dribbles a little bit out of its mouth. And so it sort of swings its head around the room, and then you all of a sudden hear a splashing noise as it goes and just kind of puddles back into the main floor. And you just hear the cackling of these 4 creatures from around you. So you have no idea, but whatever you said, or whatever your companion was saying, you all heard her speak out in this strange kind of guttural, wispy, like, language, and this thing just disappeared all of a sudden. It just dropped back into the water. Alright?
Awesome.
Right on.
Yeah.
Kara's now very confused.
Yeah.
I think
Where'd it go?
Yeah, it just suddenly disappeared, and that's like, shit, is it coming back? Like, what's happening?
I guess I axed it real good.
well, like,
It got scared after the fact, and I was like, no.
You know, it's got
I
a delay.
pat Kara on the shoulder, like, you did good. Thanks. Yeah, thank you.
You still have a bunch of these screaming little steam creatures around you that don't seem impressed with your diplomacy.
All right.
So we're still in initiative order. So Arnadel, I'm going to say that was your turn. You're like, whoa, what? So Saye, now 2 of these creatures have moved really close to you. So if you're standing in the doorway right now, there's one immediately to your left, within 5 feet of you. And as these things approach, you actually feel like hot and humid. So it's like being in a sauna, standing next to one of these creatures.
Mm.
And it's sort of dancing around, and it's like hard to even catch a grip on where its solid matter is at any given time. It's just sort of this tiny little cloud of mist. So one right next to you, one directly across the room, 30 feet away, and then the other 2 are to the right and 30 feet away.
Okay. I'll try and whip them. They're just like
Steam creatures.
bursts of mist. Yeah, there's nothing else other than like trying to blow. She doesn't really know what to do right now.
Sentence.
You just said whip, blow, and... Okay, never mind.
Can
So
breathe
That's
in.
one trigger word.
And then what's your nene?
Hey guys, if you don't watch the live stream, you really should, because I do dance moves.
What's your whip? What's your blow? What's your nene?
What the fuck? I don't even know that song. I know it's a thing, but I don't know it.
I don't
You don't
really
need
know
to.
what it is either. It's a stupid dance.
I'm gonna roll the hit with my whip. I got a natural 1.
I'm-
Wow,
you guys.
you were
Hit
just
yourself.
You were overwhelmed by the misty sensations of the sauna. You're like, oh, so pleasant. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or like, you're like, why? And you're like trying to get a grip actually on your whip, but it's hard to snap it because it is so like dense and like the water totally throws off. And you're like, what? Ugh. And you actually end up throwing the whip backwards in an attempt to crack it. So you toss your whip. You're like, 1, 2,
No.
oh shit, and it goes flying to the south, and you actually hear a and then one of the shit, god damn it, I hate when I do that. One of the little creatures.
I don't know what you said. I have
I
no
didn't
idea.
hear it, yeah.
Fantastic. One of the little creatures is laughing delightedly, and you see a little whip being thrown about in a cloud of...
Oh, she hates that. I hate that they're laughing at me. If so, I was a cartoon character.
You gave them a present. All right, Kit Kats. I want to step outside for a couple minutes. Maybe you should powwow.
Hey, wait.
Can I make a quick knowledge check on these guys before you leave?
Yes, absolutely. What?
Good call.
Is Mrs. Pal 14 on Twitter right now and watching?
She's on Twitch watching.
She's on Twitch watching? Okay.
Angelina!
I got a 15
Okay.
for
do the knowledge?
for history.
Britt, do you want to talk first, or can I do the
No,
knowledge
do your
check?
thing. Do your thing.
All right. 15 history
Yeah.
is what you said? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give it to you just because these are very, very common creatures that you would recognize. They are called mephits,
I know it.
which are small elemental creatures. They're pretty common, like it's low-grade magic. People might use them to guard a certain place, or larger elementals might have them as companions or servants. So there are a wide array of mephits, basically, you can find earth, fire, air, wind, that whole band from the 70s. Yeah, and so you've definitely encountered these, and you think actually you have the elemental fist persuasion, right? So you've definitely seen people use mephits for little tasks or summons. So they're not very strong creatures, but they are pretty hostile and irrational in general.
Okay.
And that's what you get. Okay. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Thanks a latte. Your mocha
I don't remember it either. It's a thing. Thank you.
Your
Have a
thanks
grande.
Have a grande.
Have a grande.
Lost
Thanks a latte.
sideways.
That's what
Okay.
it is. So, in case listeners, Sage, Celeste, and I all worked at the most awful Starbucks in the world together for a short period of time. And by short period of time, I mean like a year and a half. And that is how we all became friends. You know, it's like when you survive there's like legit PTSD from that job. I really believe it.
Yeah, it's like having been in coffee-soaked trenches.
Yeah. Yes. Celeste graciously reminded me that I straight up screamed at a customer.
Oh yeah.
I remember this. I think I blocked it. But I'm a loud person and I have no qualms with yelling whatsoever, but I don't remember. And I vaguely, as soon as Sage or Celeste pointed that out, I was like, I kind of remember screaming at the very top of my lungs. And I didn't get fired at it because it was that kind of a Starbucks. It was that kind of a Starbucks. So Angelina, our listener on Twitter, watching on Twitch.
Yeah.
I get Twitch and Twitter mixed up. Thank you.
Twitch.
I have an Instagram message. You wrote me a comment on Instagram, and I really suck at writing back to those. And I read it, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I started writing back on my phone, and then I set my phone down, and then, of course, it deletes it because you don't look at... I don't look at...
Hi, by the way.
What up? So in answer to your question about doing character designs, I've actually never done a commission for a character design in D&D. I just do artwork for tattooing and shits and giggles. So let's start talking. I would love to create a character for you. It was a huge compliment that you wrote that comment. And I was blushing at work, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I saw your super awesome picture that you posted of the Venture Maidens art print that I mailed out. So I'm really happy that you got that, and I'm really, really fucking flattered that you like my artwork. So it's a daunting thing. It's like, oh shit, somebody likes this? Oh my God. So yeah, if you can email me, I have I respond better to email. I suck at basically any other form of communication for some reason. I think my email might be on. Let me double check. I can just give it to you. How about that? I'll give it to you over a live stream.
Oh my God, the whole internet's gonna have it forever.
That's fine. It's posted everywhere. Everywhere. It's on our shop's website. It's whatever. It's Britt BRITTQ gmail.com. I'm pretty sure it's on my Instagram, but I might have exchanged that for the tattoo shop
I'll
website.
write it in the Twitch chat.
That is BRITTQ02@gmail.com. And let's hash out the deets for the specs of your character. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
What have folks been saying this round?
Oh, lots of stuff. It was a very, very active chat. It makes me very happy. So many things.
I've seen you
Fantasy
typing away.
novels. Name on the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, which I've actually been meaning to read. He's like one of the guys who does Acquisitions Incorporated with Chris Perkins. What else has been going on? Oh, a very good point brought up by Angelina about why do people always fucking cut their hands when that is really dumb, because that could be like your weapon hand and then wielding a weapon or, you know, doing shit for the rest of your day with a cut hand is really frustrating.
I mean, true, but with a cut, anything else is also just as annoying, I feel like.
Yeah, but you know, you move your hands so much and they take forever to heal.
Yeah.
You guys, I just looked at a thermometer. It is 90 degrees in the room I'm recording in now.
Boy.
This is why I'm whipping and naining.
Woo-hoo, darling.
Woo, sauna is real. These methods are getting me all hot.
Oh, steamy.
Oh, and I truly broke my toe last week, by the way.
Oh, you were so calm about that. I would have totally not been able to handle that.
Oh my god. That's because you're such a baller, Nassim.
Yeah, Jesus
why are you
Christ.
so cool?
Fucking
Yeah, running around my apartment half drunk and slamming my toe into the wall. I'm the coolest, you guys.
You are. You're my
Hashtag life
personal
goals.
hero.
Hey, I have mad respect for people with high pain tolerance because I don't have a high pain tolerance at all. It's embarrassing,
tattoo
actually.
artist.
Dude,
No, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to be a
Although,
tattoo
Brittany,
artist.
the most baller thing I've ever seen you do is tattoo yourself, and you just
I know. You
even
just
if it came out shitty, you did it like a boss.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I thought it was... Okay, we can get into that later,
let's,
but
let's
thank
kill
you.
some shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Don't worry,
so Saye, you did that knowledge check. And recognized these things right off the bat. So you still have a standard action if you want to use it. Oh no, I'm sorry. You threw your whip. That was your standard.
Yeah,
You tossed that into the water, and then Kara. So you're all a rage, and now there are, since you're standing in the center of the room where you're squaring off, there are now 2 of these little mephit steam creatures. Each one is 15 feet away from you. One is by your friends by the door, and the other is perpendicular to that. So if you were looking towards the north, there is one slightly to the northwest, 15 feet away from you, and slightly one to the northeast, 15 feet away from you.
I am okay, and then there's.
And then there are 2 more 30 feet away from you towards the southwest and the southeast.
Okay, I want to go up to the one that's in the northeast corner.
Sure.
And I'm going to run at it, and then I'm gonna slash it.
Yay! Roll the hit it.
Running and slashing. I'm a run. Okay.
Can we start singing our actions?
Yes, I am all about that life.
Venture Maidens, the musical episode.
Yeah.
No.
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 Sorry, I'm not into
I got a
musicals.
17.
Yeah, you hit the shit out of it. It's like, it's dancing at you as you're coming at it. It's like, what are you gonna do? And then you're like, yeah, you hit it right as it's like solidified in the middle, making this little dance move.
And then I do 11 damage.
You kill it.
Wow!
Describe
awesome.
how you shatter this little steam baby.
Yeah, so she runs up with her axe like with over her head in one hand and her shield, you know, raised up high in the other one, and just one hand just goes over her head, whoops, like right through the dead center of it.
Oh my god, my cats are just like fighting. So yeah, as you do that, you bring down your axe and it's just, like not prepared for it at all, and it just bursts apart in this blast of hot water that kind of it splatters around, hitting the wall, and some of it gets on your boots, and you're like, ew. And you just burst this thing.
Hell yeah! Can I have enough time to run to the one towards the northeast?
Yeah, because you only move 15, so you can totally use your other 15.
Oh, yeah. 17 again.
Uh-huh. Tell me more.
12 damage.
Yes, what you do. You kill it.
I murder it. I love murdering things. That's my favorite thing.
So, Saye and Arnadel, you just see your dwarven companion like bopping around the room, spattering these things as she is flying and screaming and foaming at the mouth.
Cross my arms.
Pretty much.
And okay, so for the water thing's turn, you actually see now. Everybody make perception checks.
Okay. Natural 1. I'm fucking busy.
Yeah, you're just so enraptured.
I rolled a 10. You are busy.
Yeah.
I got a 23.
Okay, so Saye, you are the only one who sees this. You actually see, so as you're glancing around and Kara is murdering this thing in front of you, you sort of look away for a minute, not to get like the burning water in your eyes, and you see towards the northern end of the room, out of the center of the water, this little like kind of human head shape sort of forms up, and you see the little 2 red eyes.
Oh.
And it sort of like, it moves around and just kind of scours around the room, and then it goes bleh, and like spits more water out, and then it just like sinks back into the water pool.
Why
Oh
is
my
it so
God.
weird?
This is the weirdest and coolest thing I've ever encountered. I just want to hang out with it for a little bit.
I know, same. I do too. But Kara just keeps splashing around trying to fucking kill it. So
I'm not killing you.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
don't
raging.
Methods right now.
don't
You
hate
are.
the
I'm not
don't hate the
hating.
tank.
That was not a hating statement. It was an observation. I promise.
Well, Sun is still pissed off that she lost her whip, so now she wants to fight and gets over with.
So in the middle of all of you, because all 3 of you are sort of standing by the door again, since Arnadel and Saye, you have not moved, and Kara is right there killing a method. This bubbling blast of water begins to form in the center of you as one of these little creatures in the southeast corner is doing its summoning dance. So I need all of you to make dexterity saves.
You're like even me up in the northeast corner.
So it was not all the way in the north.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, yeah.
That's how
You're right.
you were able to get to it.
Yes.
Dex saves?
Yes,
I'm not proficient in that.
Well, I rolled a natural 1.
I rolled
but I got +7.
I got a
Natural
17.
I have an unnatural 20.
Ooh. Actually, it's a 19. Because I can use my shields bonus to save me.
Great. So Arnadel and Kara, you just throw yourselves out of the way and you're totally fine. And Saye, you are so delighted by this cute little head coming out that you have no idea what's happening. You are so like ensorcelled by this thing. And so this burning, bubbling jet of water just shoots up out of the ground and it is going to scald you with some damage. So you are going to take 5 piercing damage as this jet shoots up in this incredible fast fashion, and then you are going to take 7 fire damage as it scalds and burns your skin as this bubbling jet of boiling water comes up and just hits you square all over your body, like right up your front.
Love it. Love
So
it.
you actually have now 2nd-degree burns traveling from
Those are the
That's
worst.
Yeah.
from your navel right to just below your chin. So if it had caught your face, it would have been real bad.
You're probably in shock right now.
It sucked. That's a shitty feeling to experience.
Sure. Probably I'm stunned for a bit.
And then, so that was the one in the southeast corner who blasted you. And so the one in the southwest corner is going to run up and try to hit you, Kara. Since you killed all its buddy friends.
Bring it.
It's doing it. It's bringing it. Watch me bring it.
It can't even carry it.
Whoa! You said a 21?
Yeah.
Shit, man, even with a 19? God damn it, that doesn't fucking hit you. It's like throwing its little mist arms at you, and you're like kind of warm, but you're just not even paying attention to it. You're so preoccupied with smashing everything else around you. It's just like, I'm trying to hurt you! Yeah! And it just not is working.
Remember, listeners, Kara's raging voice is that of the traditional Godzilla.
Namaste. Jeez, that's terrifying. And then, Arnadel, it is your turn.
Okay, just to double check.
Yes.
We're in this rectangular room.
Correct.
And we didn't notice any doorways?
There is a doorway on the northern side of the room. There's a set of double doors that have been kind of boarded up.
Okay. I want to very calmly, and I mean very calmly. I'm talking like I am not bothered by this. I'm putting the emotional energy of calm.
If you're moving forward, there is a screaming method in front of you.
By this, I'm putting emotional.
There's one that Kara just attacked Kara, so it's happening within 5 feet of you right now. And then in the southeast corner, there's also a method.
Okay.
Just as a reminder, in case you were wanting to calmly walk into the room, like Gandhi.
Yeah, I'm going for Gandhi. I'm trying to just.
The methods are having none of your diplomacy, my dear.
Where? Okay. Did I see? I didn't. I saw the water weird, right? Or the water creature poke its head up.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I I
saw that.
Can I get into the water? Like lie down in the water?
Sure, but if you step into it, you're going to be stepping like out of the Mephit's range. So anything you do, any movement you make right now, the Mephit is going to get an attack of opportunity. Basically, it's right in front of you.
Oh, okay. So I guess I should attack the Mephit. I don't want to attack anything. All right, I'm gonna agonizing blast the Mephit that's right in front of me.
Sure thing. Roll to hit, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
it's not. I wish it was magic missile because that shit's amazing.
I love that spell.
Broken.
You don't have to do super. Just let me tell you.
It's 11 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, okay. Right on. It's going to be agonizing blast, so I get to add my charisma modifier to the damage. And that's going to be a D2. What did you say? 2D10 for
yes,
2
for
beams.
Eldritch Flash. Yeah.
So 2 beams, yeah, 2D10. One for my mama.
You have to roll for each beam, though, I believe.
Yeah. 10 plus.
You killed it.
14 plus my.
You killed it.
Okay.
It's super duper dead.
Can I calmly kill it? Can I just and then walk forward?
Sociopath.
There's no way to kill. Okay, sure. Yeah, you're like, I don't care, and you throw your magic down, and it kind of makes a glitter of dewdrops around you.
For the listeners, the motion is the Pocahontas farewell wave.
Wingapo. What's Patrick, the pseudo dragon, doing?
He's just probably curled around my neck. I still get a movement though, right?
Yes.
I move toward the door.
Okay. Yeah. So you move towards the door. You step into the room. You're calmly waiting towards it, and so you move. You almost make it to the door, So you're about 10 feet away from it after stepping around all of this and going through. And can you make a wisdom check for me, please? Save for me, please.
It's not a charm, is it?
No.
Because I'm resistant to being charmed.
Oh.
I ain't resistant to shit. This sucks.
Sorry, dude.
Okay, guys, I'm just saying we're going to go 15 minutes over. Everybody's cool. Talk to Rudy. We're good.
Okay.
For my wisdom saving throw, I got a 16.
Okay. So as you're stepping towards the door, it starts happening about 20 feet away from the door. And you don't really notice it until you keep stepping forward. And then you seem to get the sense like something is different. Something is wrong. The closer you get to this door, it's like you begin to hear this whispering in your mind. And it's not unfamiliar to sensations you specifically have had before.
Mm-hmm.
Like something is trying to talk to you. And the closer and closer you get to this door, the more of this, it's like the sound of a vacuum almost, or this echoing long chamber, like this ancient sense of silence and loneliness begins to fill you as you move more and more towards this door. And while you're doing that, we're going to jump to Sonya.
That was captivating. Oh my god.
Did I see her go through the door?
She didn't go through the door. She's just walking towards the door.
Just
she didn't make it
Okay.
to the door yet. Just the closer and closer the sense was occurring.
Man. So Saya is taking off her little crop top shirt, wrapping it around her arm.
Getting nudie? Nudie party?
Well, she's not naked. She's got like wraps around her chest,
Yeah, you have like a traditional, like the original sports bra.
like bandaged up.
Yeah.
Like manga
That's what
level shit.
That's what the Romans used.
And to wrap around her arms and protect her burns, because she wants to try and flurry of blows and just like knockout punch.
Your fists are free, bitch. You can just go for it. It's just your torso that got burned.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I mean, aren't the creatures themselves hot? Like, they look like they're hot piles of water?
Yes, but the only one that is left now in the room is in the southeast corner, which is about 30 feet away from you.
Why was that funny?
I have no idea. Brittany's getting drunk as fuck right now.
But like hot piles of water.
Yes, piles, not puddles.
Right, hot. That's why I'm laughing. Hot piles of water. That's really funny.
Okay, so what are you doing, Saya? So this one is 30 feet away from you in the southeast. So you're wrapping around as you're going to...
I run to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to punch his ass.
Then fucking attack. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, shit. Guys, why? I got a 7 to attack.
Oh.
You should burn all of your dice.
That's okay, though.
Seriously.
I get 2 more hits.
Okay, so the first one you punch through it and it just hits the mist on the top and it's like, it's dancing up and down.
The second one, I got a natural 20.
There we go.
Don't toss
Yes.
those dice. False statistics.
And I get 9 damage.
Alright, so you punch a good old freaking chunk out of this thing, and half of its water kind of blows around, but it sort of forms back up in this like more spindly, very like stick figure-esque sort of smoke thing. Take another attack.
Another attack.
Please do it. Take us out.
It's a 9 to attack.
Oh, man.
Take us out.
I'm gonna say because it's half its size, you make it. You're great. You totally do it.
Yeah.
Since you've like literally destroyed half its form, why not reduce it
Best
to
monk
by half?
ever.
Yeah, you're so good at monkeying. And yeah, so you just boo and like hit the little spindly form and it's just like and it goes up flying into the air as these 4 creatures are dissolved. You've destroyed these steam methods.
I didn't even roll for damage.
Celeste, you have to start
No.
doing cute little sounds for evil creatures. All right.
Why? I love my cute.
You make cute sounds for awful creatures.
It's not their fault they're cute and evil. It's like me. I'm cute and evil.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Right? We all know. Maidens. It's fine. Okay. So you have destroyed the methods. And now, so Kara, as your rage kind of dissolves, you take your breathing exercises. And the rage goes away. And Saye, you are standing now in this room, and now that you are standing closer to these panels on the wall that had initially caught your attention with their gleaming, kind of interesting golden patterns, you see that there are 4 carved panels on the wall that seem to be telling some kind of story or something. If you give them a closer look, you'll be able to determine what's going on. But you also see your companion, Arnadel, is now sort of stuck in this trance-like walk, just moving towards these doors on the northern side of the room, and with all this piled up like shitty wood on the northern side. And Arnadel, as you've been sort of focusing in and moving on these doors, the whispers have grown stronger, and you've actually begun to hear this one distinct sort of cry or voice or something. It's almost like if you've ever heard like orca or whale songs. Not that obnoxious, but like that kind of hollow.
We don't need more examples.
Yeah, Brittany, we got it. And then as you keep moving closer to the door, you actually hear, Arnadel, please. I've been trapped for so long.
We've set too many things free.
Yeah.
And the loneliness and the emptiness, though, is like overwhelming. It hurts you.
In an empathetic way?
Yes. Go ahead and make another wisdom save for me, please.
Oh, no.
All right. That's 15 plus 6 is 21.
Okay. So as you're hearing this, and your heart is actually, like, you feel it breaking, like, hearing this, like, you have never experienced something so, like, the feeling of loneliness is so real, but there's also that intelligent part of you that's like, this feels really, I don't know, something is, and actually, as you're approaching, the stone that you wear around your neck begins to shudder and move, and actually starts, like, thumping against your chest in sort of a painful way, and you start to notice that as you're going, like, something is, like, you get the feeling that something is warning you not to go forward. And you begin to hear this in your mind, enemy.
All right,
You're like,
take a step back.
Out in the
Take
middle
a step
of the room.
back. You guys don't. All you guys see is me walking towards it, right?
And
like
then stopping, and then like looking down, looking forward.
I grab my necklace and I take I have probably the way that I interpret this, how Arnadel would actually be reacting, is that she has tears streaming down her cheeks, because she can empathize with intense loneliness, and gripped by that and the paradox of wanting to be there and empathize with whatever entity is feeling this intense awfulness that she can recognize, but also having that that miraculous wisdom saving throw, she's going to be like, no, this isn't the same kind of loneliness that I understand. This is crazy loneliness. This is somebody that would do harm. She's going to take, while clutching the necklace, she's going to step back very quickly and look towards Kara and Saya.
Yeah, and as you recede from the door, you hear this great sigh come from whatever creature was beyond the gates. And the further back you step, the necklace begins to quell, and you don't hear that hissing voice of Dendar in your mind anymore. So you think you've avoided something. Your heart is like racing at it, but
as I look up to Saya and Kara, my eyes are completely... I'm crying. I'm straight up crying. As I look at you guys and be like, and I try to make light of the situation by saying, we're not going in that door.
Yeah. And Arnadel, you actually feel something cool, like wrap around your boot all of a sudden. And you see this little water tunnel has kind of moved around your foot, and you see these little red glowing eyes kind of like pop up and form that little head again, and it sort of like tilts and then pukes water all over your boot.
Why does it do this? I don't understand.
I love it so much.
I don't have anything to give it. I have stuff from my component pouch. Can I give it something? I love it. I put my hand in the water and I just will positive energy.
Yeah. It's all about it. But these panels on the wall, these two, Saya and Kara, what are you doing while Arnadel is having her buddy playtime with water creature?
Kara sees that Arnadel is like fucking all misty-eyed shit. She's like, what the fuck? Okay. I didn't know you get so mad that I was fighting those things. Jeez.
Take it easy, you're so sensitive.
Exactly. Just like, God. It's just water.
Can I do like an insight to the gold panels, or if there's any kind of
I would love for you to make a religion check.
All right,
look at them.
Okay then. 15.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so I'll give you all the general description, but then I'll add in a little bit more with Saye's flavor as you're going through it. So let's start with the general. So there are 4 distinct panels on the wall, and they seem to tell some kind of story. Saye, that is something you can immediately tell. It's not uncommon with like saints or religious figures to tell like a story in picturesque images that proceed time by time. So in the first image, and in all of these too, it's like been beautifully rendered and sculptured in gold and brass and gemstones encrusting this whole thing. You think, I mean, if any of you were a rogue, you'd be like real turned on right now by the amount of gemstones in these.
They're picking those fuckers out.
Yeah. So in the first one, you see this floor-to-ceiling carving of this primordial sort of ocean around it. So you just see this vast swirling emptiness, right, with these beaches that are completely uninhabited, these small kind of nautilus-looking creatures crawling their way out. So that's the first beautifully rendered scene. And then in the second, you see this ocean again, but instead of this desolate wasteland, there is this image of a sort of woman, sort of fish, humanoid, bursting out of the ocean. And you see her outstretching her hands, and the water seems to be coming from her. And you see now that actually carved into the shore, there are the small images of people or crowds like bowing to her as she rises from this primordial ocean. And then in the third image, You see this long, like, desolate, the stretch of ocean ahead of her, and you see the same goddess figure kind of standing on the beach, and then she's looking up towards the sky, and these two bright sort of images are, like, falling, like shooting stars from the sky. And then in the fourth image, you see that same woman again standing on the beach, and she is holding out a trident in her hands and seeming to square off with these two individual figures that they're dressed in this very regal, sort of almost alien clothing. And you see both of their eyes are set with these jet black kind of stones. And they have this strange sort of wispy appearance towards them. And they're doing battle on this ocean. And those are the four images you see. So with the religion check, you're definitely getting the sense that this is telling the story of, and it seems the central hero, obviously, of this is the water goddess. And the way these two bright lights and then the two opponents are kind of squared off and rendered, it seems like they're enemies of some sort. And like in all the representations, the goddess herself is clearly like, she's going to win, she's the powerful figure, clearly the dominant one. So
it seems like it's also the story of how that creature thing got trapped in that room. That would be my guess.
How do you mean?
Just because it's in the same room. When it's one creature? Of the whatever thing was talking to. Not that I know what was happening in there, but I guess Saya doesn't think that and has seen things like that.
Oh, because if this creature is the embodiment of water, it manifests itself in water, then of course it would be the guardian for this room that tells the story of this water deity. Right?
You don't get the sense, like, between your knowledge that the thing you just fought in the room, the thing that's, like, happy at your boot, you don't think that's the same thing as the statue. It's the same person in the statue. You're talking about the voice in the rooms of the north, right? It's connected
to the statue. What I mean is that the creature that I'm super chill with, is connected to the deity that the statue represents.
Oh, so totally.
it would feel the need to guard this room that represents the story.
You definitely get that feeling.
Yeah, that's what
But you would also think if it is guarding something, it's probably not going to be an empty room. There's probably something really special about this room.
Besides that shitty door.
We gotta look behind the tapestry, guys. That's what you always do.
Where was their tapestry?
Arnidel's still chilling with the water creature, so you guys have to
it's
tell
like
me.
loving up on you. It's actually getting kind of uncomfortable because, every time it brushes its head against your leg, you're like literally soaked.
That's fine. I'm not bothered by the water. I want to I'm interacting with it.
Yeah.
Fully.
Well, so are these panels not like flush with the wall? Can we push them? Do they look like they're interactive?
Right. Imagine large canvases that you could take off. So they're large, heavy bronze panels, right, that you could potentially take off of the wall.
You would need a lot of strength to take a giant ass bronze panel off. I gotta be real. Are we trying to be realistic here?
No,
Kara, help me take it down.
And I'm really strong.
All right.
Kara,
bronze.
Which one are you trying to take down?
The last one.
Yeah.
Okay. As you take down the last one, it takes you guys a little bit of effort and a little bit of time, but you kind of unhinge it and it sort of clatters down to the ground and you sort of drag it off. There's nothing behind this panel.
Hey, maybe we can have your little water friend over here give us a hand.
Okay.
Playfully. Ask him if he knows the right way.
I'll ask. I will use Awakened Mind again. Cautiously and gently.
Yeah.
Talk to it like a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you ask, you get a couple different emotions. So it feels to you like a conversation he's having with you. It's delighted that it can help you. 2, it gives you the sense of caution, like to be wary.
Okay.
And then 3, it gives you the sense of sad, that it's going to be alone again.
Oh.
Can I? Okay.
And it moves over as it does this, and it ripples across the surface, and it forms along that second painting, and it actually like moves the waters to stick the form of a human hand out, and like makes a pointing figure towards this painting, and it's going like point, 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 and looking at the second one, where the goddess is like rising out of the water, right, with all the people praying before her.
Okay, before we go, because we're going that way, I know this. Before we go, I want to have a moment with the water creature. I'm going to take one of my vials out of my component pouch out and be like, I'll always have a piece of you with me. And I want to ask it if I can scoop a little bit of this water and put it in the vial to take with me.
Yeah, its feeling is sort of like, cool. It's like, yeah, it's totally fine with it. It just doesn't really understand, like, the idea of vial or taking or loss or... It's like a dog. It's totally like if you took your dog's, like, fur and put it in a locket. It'd be like...
Oh, okay. Well, I thought... Okay, whatever. I feel stupid, and I just go ahead and do it anyway and sheepishly follow Saya and Kara through the door.
Yeah, so, I mean, as you take this... this painting down, it makes a hand out of the water, and it waves. Farewell.
I wave
That's
back.
how you know it's a friendly water spirit, because it waves.
Is it?
Get it? Like wave.
Sage.
Oh, wow.
I hate
Right
you.
on.
It's so good, and it's so painful. All your puns. Your pun magic.
I'm even wearing my pun shirt today of the Dalai Lama.
Oh, God.
Okay, we gotta... Alright, okay. So
Anyway.
you take this bronze image off of the wall, and lo and behold, right behind it is this sort of... It almost looks like flimsy after all the like beautiful ornate doors that you've seen in this whole temple. And Arnold, you can actually still hear a little bit of the whispering murmur coming from the door. Like, but this door is very simple, very plain, in front of you, carved with only the barest of wave motifs. And there it is.
This sounds like strangely like relationship advice.
No, it's not a promise. Do you want to open the door?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's go for that plain-ass door.
I know what you mean.
The
And
safe, comforting,
and Yaspid.
normal,
Right.
non-crazy door.
So you walk forward and you open the door. And as you open it, you immediately hear the sounds of humanoid screams and combat. And then you hear this huge demonic rumble coming from you.
It.
You hear, "Where is Montgomery?" And you hear the slashing of blades and the screams of death as people are falling somewhere from the hallway beyond you.
What the fuck?
And we're done for today! Huzzah!
But
Thank you, everyone, so much to listening to another episode of the Adventure Maidens. I have been your dungeon master, Celeste Conowitch.
I have been your elven warlock, Brittany Quintero.
I was your human monk, Syed Noor, the Benazine.
And I'm Sage, and I play Kara the Barbarian.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know we got a lot of familiar faces in the crowd. Angelina and Ian.
Yeah.
We fucking love you guys. Thank you for being here. I know Nerd Immersion 2 was here, and you're great. And I can't remember who else said they would be here on Twitter, but you all are awesome. And we love you. And you know what? Venture away. Until next time, guys. Venture away.
Venture
And
away.
And adventure away. Can we all say it together, please?
Pineapple.
Okay. Venture away.
I was going to say
Venture away.
venture away, but yes, pineapple.